Today, I want to talk about the Yoni egg and its benefits to the female body, to the Yoni, the womb. There's this theory out there that really it's fact, but if you're not familiar with it, it may just seem like a theory. It is that any trauma, physical, emotional, sexual, PTSD, literally any trauma you could think of, it is stored in the body. So there's this New York Times bestseller called The Body Keeps the Score. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. It's by Bessel van der Kolk, MD. And the premise of the book showcases all sorts of different groups of people: children, veterans, regular day-to-day people, and it takes them through all sorts of different therapies and examples. And you should check it out for sure if that's something that interests you. It's fascinating, but I'm not here to talk about the book. I want to talk about the Yoni egg and its power. But I bring up that concept and idea because that is where the Yoni egg comes in very, very helpful. So if you haven't checked out Kimanami, she's actually the person that reintroduced to me the Yoni egg and its power. She's amazing. She's a wealth of information, and I highly encourage you to check her out as well if it resonates. So I've heard about the Yoni egg maybe like 5-6 years ago, but I wasn't ready for it. And I played with it, but it was just not the right time. You know how you have a lot of seeds that get planted and then some sprouts sooner rather than later. Well, the Yoni egg is actually part of Taoism sexual practices, ancient practices. And the purpose of it on a physical level is to help with pelvic organ prolapse, sexual arousal and lubrication, and urinary incontinence. And those are all very serious and significant issues that women of all ages deal with, depending, on their history and their lifestyle, basically. Because, pelvic organ prolapse, that could actually be done due to weightlifting inappropriately, right? It could be done through also giving birth, and I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying that some of these physical issues that it's helping with can easily be avoided, but because we're not educated around it, then we fall prey to injuring ourselves. Anywho, so just saying, lubrication, I know plenty of women that are in their menopausal period, right? They've entered that stage in their life and they're lubricated again. They don't need to use lube. So ladies of all ages, throw out your lube, and if you must in the beginning, please use coconut oil. No lube, condoms, lube, sex toys that are made out of plastic and toxic plastic and that. Throw all that shit out. They are made by men for men's pleasure, but not for the women's body well-being. So throw that stuff out. And dear men, I love you, but you're not all the same. And so the men that are capitalizing on the industry of sex, of sexuality, and that sell sex, those are the ones that I'm referring to. So, all right, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Moving on. The Yoni egg, from a spiritual perspective, helps with strengthening your energy. It helps with grounding. It encourages self-love and confidence. It strengthens our energies in a way that it strengthens our sexual energy, our creative energy, our feminine energy, and even for fertility. The more you use it, the more you clean out your creative bowl, if you will, right? Like the womb is your creative universe. It's your own universe, right? So the more you clean out the yoni with the yoni egg, the better chances are, of course, if your diet matches your energetic practices of cleansing, you have tremendous increased chances of fertility. And disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, but I know that, and I believe that the energy that you have within you, if it is not balanced, if it is not clean, it spreads out into your physical body. And everything that you manifest on a physical body, you attract it and manifest it on a spiritual level. So the same way that we take showers every day, or I hope most people take showers every day, I do. The same way we do that, we also need to clean ourselves spiritually. And there's many ways people do that, and there's literally a method for every every type of personality and style, right? For me, I love to ground daily. So I do a grounding meditation in the shower. Water is very grounding to me. Being a female and using the water element, it just makes so much sense. And I think that's the case for a lot of women. Of course, also Mother Gaia is very grounding, and that's also the divine feminine as well. So, whatever works for you, as long as you do it and release all the yucky energy that you may have absorbed throughout the day, it's imperative to release it every day, to do that exercise of letting it go every day. So back to the yoni egg. I have seen such a change for myself and the way people interact with me. I think I've been doing it for 3 months, give or take. I've been peeling a lot of layers, but right after I use it for hours, actually, I feel in harmony, I feel joy, I feel balanced, and not that I ever had a problem with this, but I feel lubricated, extra lubricated, and it's fun. It's really fun. Kim Anami, I love this practice. It's not my own, but I think it's fantastic. She has a 15-minute practice. She calls it a coffee break, and she follows the following practice. She meditates 5 to 10 minutes. she masturbates for 5 to 10 minutes, and then she creates after that. She calls it the coffee break, her coffee break. And it's interesting if you think about it, because sexual energy, if it flows uninhibited and it is activated, it wakes you up. It really activates your whole energetic body, and it gives you that flow and the balanced polarity within yourself of, I'm ready to create, I'm ready to share my inspiration and my divine guidance with the world. And it's powerful. I've practiced that for a while too, and every time that I practice it, it just, people around me respond so differently. They come towards me even more. They lean in, and they're more receptive. And I also believe that we are mirrors of each other, right? So if I'm open and I'm in harmony, then the world will reflect that back to me. And so by elevating myself, I elevate the people around me. And I challenge them to either join me in my frequency or get out of my frequency, right? And hopefully, most cases, people choose to elevate their frequency. And that's what I've noticed. It's that ultimately, people love to be in the frequency of love, of unconditional love and joy. So, yeah, I encourage you to give the Yoni egg a try. It is a wonderful tool. I encourage you to go the traditional route of the jade Yoni egg. There's a lot of other crystals out there. Look for a high quality Yoni egg seller, because not every online store or in-person store has high quality jade eggs. I recommend that you make sure that it's a certified jade egg. And if you want more information, just drop me a note and I'll respond.